Hello, and welcome to one of my Python tutorials, where this time I will be going through a big subroutine task. And the reason why I want to do this video is because I want to show you an idea on how big subroutine tasks can be, and to show you that you can add as many as you like in Python. But may I remind you first to please subscribe, share, and like my video if you enjoy it. And I will get on to the task. So with subroutines, we can break down programs into many chunks. So, what do we have to do today? We need to write a Python program using subroutines to make a basic calculator, which would be handy if you're like, I'm too bone idle to do maths or anything like that, or you just need that little bit of a second opinion, but it's not in the form of a human. So, in this video, I'm going to show you how to do exactly that. So we've got addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. They are 4 basics. I'm also going to do modulo, division integer, exponentation, quotient, rounding, truncation. Okay. So, where would I begin on such a task like this? So what I would be doing is I would be tempted to go down a few lines, and I would be tempted to do a variable for a main program, like option equals int input brackets, and then I would say enter. You could say enter the workings you wish to perform. And we could do a /n, /t. Going back to many videos ago when we first went over escape characters. I'm just going to do addition, and I would do equals 1. And I would do /t2, subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. That's what we got so far. And then we can make a subroutine, so we can do def, addition, brackets, colon, outside the bracket, enter. Then we could do a print statement, addition. And there we go. So, we could do another one for options if we wanted to. So we could have option. So we could have opt for option. If we're going to do that, I would just make a note and say opt is another option variable. It's just so we don't get mixed up. You can have option, you can have whatever you want basically. Input. And then you could say, would you like to do whole numbers? Decimals. Asking the user to take a pick. So we could say 1 whole numbers. Decimals. There we go. So we could do if opt is equal to 1, then we're going to ask a user num1, then we're going to do int input, enter a number. Okay, we're going to take that, just going to do num2, I'm going to do answer equals num1 plus num2. Print answer. and then just have answer. And then we could just copy that and just do elif. Elif option is 2, and we could change the int to a float. So that is what you could do there. And then go back to our main program, and then we want to do if option is equal to 1. Then we're just going to call the addition subroutine. So let's run it and give this a go. So let's do 1. I'm going to do takes you to 71. We want to be a bit fun. Let's have a bit of fun, shall we? Ooh, we got a little bit of something going on there. Ooh. First we could do backslash n to make it look tidier. What we can do here is we could do another print for answer. And we could do the round function. Answer, and then put the 2 in there. And I don't know why that's happened. So what I'm going to do is I am going to reset that to mine because that's how I want it. Sometimes it tends to do that. I don't know why. So let's try and run that again. It's important when you're coding to do lots of different tests. And there we have it. So we've got a rounded off answer and a non-rounded off answer. Okay. So that is how we can do addition. What you can do if you're not feeling up for writing all over again, you could just do subtraction, and just to be sure to change from addition to subtraction. And then we would need to change the arithmetic operators to suit. And then what we can do here is we can just take those 2 again and do one for multiplication, one for division. Okay. So we got quite a bit there. So you can see why we've got lots of subroutines. It's got multiplication. So we need to change that plus to an asterisk and that plus to an asterisk, which is shift and 8 on your keyboard. And the last one in here, we've got our division. So we're changing the negative to a divide, which is your forward slash. And then we have it. And then we're going to have elif option, it's 2. And we're going to call the subtraction subroutine. Then we got 3 and 4, which is your multiplication. And then number 4 we got division. That is just 4 subroutines so far. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to find my version just to try and make this short and this video short and sweet as well, as that's what we really want. And there we have it. Let's get rid of that. So there we go. So what we can do is we can take those over, because we want modulo, rounding, and all the rest of that. So we've got that. So that is going to take us to everything else. So you can see what I'm trying to do here. So I'm putting all my subroutines at the top of the program, and then the main program at the bottom. So what you need to do in Python is make sure when you call the subroutines after you have made them. So you have to make them first above where you're calling them. Otherwise your code is not going to work. Okay? Let's have a look how to do the other bits, shall we? Okay, we're going to try modulo. So we're going to declare a subroutine called modulo, and then in modulo, let's make this clear. So we've got a modulo subroutine there. So what we can do is ask you to enter a number. Ask him to enter a number as usual. And then what we're going to do after that is we need to do divide by. So we could get another integer variable. So we could take the num1 across, and then we could do divide by. Enter a number to divide by. So we've got our two input variables in the subroutine. And then you want a for loop. So for I in range. So we are going to go from, in this case, we're going to go from 1 to whatever the number is. Going to come out of that, shift and semicolon and make a colon. And then in that for loop, we're going to do if. So we got if. Instead of doing I, we will do number. So if number, and then you need the percent, so which is shift and 5. So that's the modulo. And then we want the divide by is not equal to 0. And then what we want after that is we just want to print a number. So got the modulo. So let's just copy and paste our elif option here. So 5, I'm going to call that modulo. I'm going to press run. I'm going to press 5 modulo, so I'm going to enter 4,967, and I'm going to divide that by 8. And ooh, look at all this. Look at all these numbers in the modulo. Ooh, loads there. But it was a bit silly. So I'm going to try that again. 224, 5. Ooh, loads. So we've got loads in our modulo. Do we actually want that? And yes, we do. Okay, so that is our modulo. What next do we need? We need a new subroutine called integer division. So we make that subroutine exactly the same way. So when you're doing that, it's essentially division integer, same way as before. And then it's just going to be num1, num2 as normal. Num1, num2 as normal. And then we're going to do one variable called answer, num1, you're not doing a / once, you're doing it twice. So that's what gets the integer division going on there. So the answer we'll do, and I will show you the difference. So I'm going to do 4 division, I'm going to do a whole number, I'm going to do 27, 5, 5.4. 27, 5. Let's remember that. 6, 6, which I haven't declared yet. Which I should have declared. Silly me. So let's try that division again. So it was 27, 5, 5.4. Let's try that again. 27, 5. Goes down to, rounds down to 5. So the normal division, it would be 5.4. In this case, it's just going to be 5. What else have we got to do? We need to do another exponent. So we're going to print exponentation. So that's another way of saying to the power of. So you could do, so it would be something like you get the user to type in A and get them to type in N. Result's going to be A. In range is going to be N minus 1. So the result's going to be the result times A, and the result's going to be the result. So N is to the, to make it clearer, so you might want to say to the power of, and then just put any number. And the reason for the comment is because the code won't compile when you're running it, but what it will do, it will tell the user what's going on. So let's do number 7. I'm going to enter 3 to the power of 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Times 3, 27. Boom, there you go. So we've got that so far. So that is going into the for loop, and that's working out, okay, how do we, so what number have I entered? Because I did 3 and 3, 3 cubed is 27. Let's try another one. 6 to the power of 4. 6 times 6, 36 times 6 times 6. And there we have it. Okay. Number 8, rounding, truncation, and quotient. So the final 3 are these babies. Rounding, just going to get user to type in any number as a float, and you're going to get them to round. Truncation, this is where we need to import our math module so that we can actually truncate the number. So rounding, you can round up or you can round down. With truncation, wherever you put, it's going to round down. With the quotient, you enter 2 numbers and it's going to find what numbers are in both times tables with the leftovers. So what we're going to do there is we are going to copy those subroutines down, and we've got to the magic 10. And then else you could just print goodbye, just to make it complete. So these are our last 3 subroutines. So I will go through them each. So I'm going to enter 8 for rounding. So I'm going to enter 54 point boom 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 boom. Just do all that. Can't do that, which is strange, even though it's meant to be a float. And I have entered 8, which is rounding. Oh no, I haven't. Rounding, truncation, quotient. This is what happens when you do a live demo. You don't know whether you're going right or wrong, but I'll get used to it. So I'm going to press run, press 8, I'm going to press 54 to just enter all these ridiculous amounts of numbers. Round over the whole number, 55. 1 decimal place, just a 5. 2 decimal places, just a 4. 54 there. That's rounding. I'm going to enter 54, 544, 623. So I'm going to enter those numbers again, truncated. Still 54. Okay, I'm going to try it again, and I'm going to try 54.999999999. Guess what? Still truncates. Still truncates there. Okay, number 10, quotient. I'm going to enter 50. I'm going to enter 54, and I'm going to enter 35. Quotient 1, remainder's 19. Because using the integer division, worked out the quotient and given us a remainder. So I'm going to do 542.43. Quotient's 12, remainder's 26. So, and it's important to test out all the code, even though I've copied most of them in. So I'm going to do subtraction, whole number, 34, 4, 30. Done. 2, subtraction, 2. Boom. There you go. 3, multiplication, 1. Done. That's your multiplication. And there we have it. That's our multiplication there. Division. Next one. 1. 23, 43. Ooh. Ooh, there you go. That's your division. We tested all the others except addition and whole numbers. And that is our subprogram done. So we've got subroutine on addition, subroutine on subtraction, multiplication, division. We've got the modulo, we've got the integer division, we've got the exponentation, we have rounding, truncation, and the quotient. And of course we've got the main program calling everything. I'm just going to be a wally brain and do 12. Oh, can't do that. So we are pretty much a goner. In fact, I'm going to try that again. Yep, there you go. Oh. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe and share. And I look forward to making another video for you very soon. Goodbye for now.